Are you an artist that wants to share their art to the world? You have lots of paintings. Or maybe you're a DJ and you've got lots of beats that you want to get people up and dancing to. Or you're a fitness instructor and you want to get people into shape. Or maybe you're a life coach and you want to help people with their mental struggles. Or you have a personal blog and you want to share lots of information to everybody. Or you have a little pet boutique, so cute. Or maybe you're a photographer and you want to share your visuals to everybody. Or you design t-shirts and you want to set up a print on demand shop. Or you're a yogi and you want to get people into shape and make them more relaxed. Then there is a template for everybody by doing this. You don't need any code or anything. You can basically get your website up and running in about 1 hour. So let me get you through this process, okay? Starting from the very beginning. Here we go. So in this 1 hour session, you're going to learn the following. So are you ready for this? Very quickly. There are 3 stages in this actual lesson so you can get your website up and running absolutely professional. No coding needed, only a very small investment paying for your hosting, and that's about it. So let's get ready. Here we go. So these are the 3 stages of getting yourself a professional website in no time at all. Are you ready for this? Okay, let's build that website. So step number 1, what you really need to do is you're going to look at getting your domain name and hosting. I will talk to you about this very soon, what a domain name is and what the hosting is for. This is number 1, step 1. Then step 2 of the stage is to install your WordPress website and then set it up. I will show you the entire process, so don't worry about that at all. And the final step, and the most important step, is once you've installed that WordPress and you set up the actual WordPress kind of dashboard, I'll tell you more about that soon. Let's look at designing your WordPress site and then going live. So launching your WordPress site to the world so everyone can see it. So these are the 3 steps that you need to look at. And I'm going to go into step 1 very, very soon. So step 1, just this one here, very soon. So we're looking at step 1 very soon. And what we're going to look at first is this step, step 1, the big one, getting your domain and hosting. Okay. So what we're going to look at first, we're looking at getting your domain name and hosting. So let's get that set up right now. So let's follow me. Here we go. So next, we're looking at why hosting is important. Hosting is very important because it's basically where all your website files are kept and it's safe and secure on this host. And the host we're going to look at, where you're going to get your files saved on, is called Host Armada, and they're very reliable. I use that for my websites, and it is amazingly fast with this web host and a very affordable price. So basically, what happens with the website host is that they basically serve your files, right? They save your files, and when someone looks for your domain name, then the website host serves the files to them, so they're able to see your website. Now, the great thing with the host, especially Host Armada, is that your website will be live 24 hours a day. It will not Now, the great thing about Host Armada is that your website will be live 24 hours a day. What you'll find that some web hosts, they have a problem with making sure that your website is live 24 hours a day. And sometimes it might just drop for a few hours or even a day sometimes. However, with this web host, you can be trusted that this your website will be live 24 hours a day. Okay, the great thing about Host Armada is that your website will be live 24 hours a day. What might happen with some other web hosts, and it does happen on occasions, is that your website might go down, so people will not be able to view your website. However, with this web host, it will never happen. So I've been with them for at least nearly 2 years now with my websites, and they've never gone down once. And they have a real amazing service. So if you have any problems, you can get in touch with them. Just write a ticket. I'll show you this later on. You can write a ticket to them, and they will be able to serve you straight away, answer all your problems. Even if you don't know what you're doing with your website, if you come across any issues, they'll even be able to do it for you or actually guide you through it. Really amazing. Okay, let's go to getting your website. Okay, getting your website domain and your hosting. Here we go. Okay, let's get to this website and its host Armada, and this is where you're going to get your domain and your website hosting. And there is a winter special on right now. It's starting at $2.99 per month, which is an extremely good price. It's got a free SSL certificate, free domain, and free optimization, free transfer, and lots of other free stuff right now at the moment. So let's take a look at the price plans that they have. Now, there's three types of price plans at the moment, and they're all 70% off. Well, except for the VPS. And we're looking at shared and WordPress hosting, just for $2.99 per month. So let's take a look at this plans and pricing. Let's click on there. And we're going to go straight into plans and pricing, and this will compare all the different types of plans. But we're just looking at shared and WordPress hosting. And as you can see, we've got Start Doc, Web Warp, and Speed Reaper. What we're really looking at, the best one there is Speed Reaper by far. It has a light speed cache, so that makes sure that your website is super fast. When people visit your website, it will show up straight away, super fast. So it's $5.39 per month, which is an extremely cheap price, right? Also, I will tell you, let's compare them together and I'll explain what the differences are in each of the price plans and why this one is the best one, because I'm on this one as well. So let's take a look. So at the moment, what we're looking at is for that particular price plan, the basic one, we're looking at just having one website. Now, if you want more than one website, and you can have unlimited websites for just $4.49, which is powered by an Nginx, which is a good speed. All right. It has 2 cores, 4 cores, and this one has 6 cores. So it's really super fast. This one is unlimited websites and it's powered by lightspeed. Now, the great thing about this is that you want to make sure that your website is super fast, especially if you've got lots of pages on there and you've got lots of people visiting. You want to make sure that when they get to your website, that when the website is fast, they will stay on your website. Okay, they don't want to be just waiting there for more than a certain amount of time because they might leave. Uh, so and so that is why it will be a very good one to go for. As I explained, all the packages have got free domain, free SSL. This one, the SSL is like a certificate, like a security certificate. So when you log into someone's website, or sorry, when you open a website, okay, here this is free SSL. It's a security certificate, a lock, which is basically where if you go onto someone's website, you will see a little lock on the left, and that means that the website is very secure. So that website on there can be trusted. so you know if you were to go on that website, your information will not be taken away from you. Okay, and when you actually buy stuff on there or you share your information on that website, okay, they will not sell that information to other people. It's not an illegal website. Okay, it's a very trustworthy website. Also, you've got backups, and this is 7 backups in a day, 14 backups, 21 backups, and they do it daily. So if you're making a lot of edits to your website, and if, let's say, for example, you make a mistake and you don't know what that mistake is, then you might want to go back to an earlier stage of your website. And if you have lots of backups on that day, then it's certain that when you go back to that backup, okay, that all those mistakes will disappear. Okay, now, all of them have got hosting features, launch features, and so malware scan, malware removal, and firewall. Just remember that this one has a speed reaper features and dynamic caching. Okay, so the dynamic caching is whereby, for example, if someone visits your website, okay, then the files are then saved on their computer. So your website files are saved on their computer. Okay, and that means that when they visit your website again, it's going to be super fast. And also, if you update your website, that information will be updated immediately. Okay, so let's go for one of these packages that it has. So as I mentioned, we'll go for, you can go for Starter Doc, Web Warp, Speed Reaper. It depends on what you want to do with your website. Okay, so you've gone to domain selection, and this is where you register a new domain. So the name that you thought of before that you have, just type the name of your website here, okay, and use the .com, okay. So I will type my website down. When you type your website, we're going to check your domain to make sure that it's available. So as you can see, it says congratulations, the domain is available. So that's great. It means that you can actually choose this domain name. But don't worry, if it comes up red, it might say it's not available. So then just change your name a little and just keep checking, and it will turn up as congratulations eventually. So for this example, we're going to do the 1 year and press continue so you can get the free domain name. Okay, this is where you're going to configure the product, your package, and we've got Speed Reaper right now. Okay, we can choose the billing cycle monthly or annually or every 2 years or 4 years, but a great package would be to just go for the 12-month one is fine. Now you want to choose your data center. And what you need to be aware of is that if your customers are in, let's say, America, you want to choose a data center in America. So it'd be a lot quicker for your customers when they're viewing your website. If the data center is in Dallas or New York and they're in America, then when they go to your website, then because of the data center is close by, your website will show up quicker. Now, when we get to this one, these are add-on boosters. You don't really need to add any of these unless you have a large, well, medium-sized business and you're looking at a very professional website and you're looking to sell a lot of products and so on, then you might want to look at adding one of these to your cart. Okay, this will make your site even more secure. But because you already have a site anyway with an SSL, you've already got that certificate, it's not really necessary. Okay, now you want to preview your order. This will bring you to like the domain configuration. So making sure that you have a look at the domain, and it goes over how many years you want your domain for. And if you want to have this private protection on, this will make sure that your details such as your name and address are kept secret. So when someone looks at your website information online, which they can do, then your name and address doesn't show up. You can have this on if you want, it's completely up to you. Button brings you to the order summary. So everything you've ordered so far, this is your hosting that you've ordered, which is $239.40. This is your registration of your new domain name, which is completely free. You've got some ID protection, which is $3.95, and a subtotal is $243.35. But don't worry, it's not that actual amount. So let me show you. So the great thing is that you have a 70% one-time discount, and that's $167.58 that's been taken off the actual subtotal. So the total that you just need to pay is $75.77, which is a great price. And now all you need to do is just press the checkout button once you're happy with all of that, and then you just pay for it, add your details and pay for it. So once you're happy with that, press the checkout button and that will bring you to the payment page. This is the checkout page, so just fill in your name, your last name, your phone number, email address, your billing address, and then your domain registration information with your password, confirm your password, and then your total due today, just pay for that. So this is where you're going to install your WordPress. Let me show you how to do that. So go into your Hostomada dashboard, scroll down, and can you see this CP? Click on there. That is your control panel. When you get to the control panel, you want to scroll down, and then you find Softlushes Apps Installer. Click on that. That will take you to this screen. Then click on the Install WordPress, just there. Then that will take you to here. Okay, now when you're onto this page, you want to add your URL, which is just in this box. My URL is myprowebsitedesign.com, and you can search for it on this drop down box here and just enter it in there. Then you're going to go to site settings and enter your site name, so My Pro Website Design, and your site description, which you can enter any information here related to your website. Also, with your admin account, add a username, which is admin, and your admin password just below. Make sure that it is strong, so it highlights green, 100, 100. Below here, you have your own personal website email, which is a professional one. So just scroll down. The advanced options, don't need to do that one. You don't need to select a theme, and then what you want to do is press this install button. That will install the new WordPress. And congratulations, the software was installed successfully. Here are the links for your admin and your website. So I will go to the admin board, which is just here. Click on the website to show you what it looks like. And this is the website that you have right now. It's a little bit boring, a little bit bland. This is the default template that you get with your WordPress install. But what you're going to do next is you're going to completely change this with a new template design, and it's going to be very easy and very quick. So let's start it. Let's get going. Okay, at the moment you now have this website design, My Pro Website Design, and this is your default theme that WordPress provides to you. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to change this WordPress theme into a more professional one, a more appealing one, right? So how do you do that? So firstly, so it's wp-login.php or wp/login-. It depends. Okay, now in here you want to type in your username or email address. I'll type in my username and your password that you saved before. Type in that. Okay, you can tick the remember me, so it will remember you for the time period, and just press login. That will log you into this dashboard. Excellent. As you can see, The main thing here that you want to be aware of is the left panel just on that side. Can you see? These are all the different categories that I will tell you about as we go along, okay? Don't worry about that. All right. Now, what you want to do is at the moment you have this bland themed website or this default website and you want to change it. So let me show you how you can do that. And this is how you do it. The first thing you want to do is go into this plugin section and type and then click installed plugins and that will come up with the plugins that you now have. Just click these ones. We're not going to use those ones. Perhaps go to delete, okay, in the drop down menu, delete, and press apply to delete those plugins. The ones that you want to keep, the one that you want to keep is a lightspeed cache, which I will tell you about later, just at the very end. It's very important. Okay, now how do you change the default theme into a professional looking one? And how are we going to design that website without any code? And it's really easy. So let me show you how. Let's go into add new plugin. This is where you can actually search for all different types of plugins, which are basically tools that will help you to build your website to make it even better. Okay, so the first one you want to install. So let's search for. So type in this in that search bar, starter themes. Okay, there we go. So it's already showing. So you see starter templates, Elementor, WordPress, and so on. And you want to install it. So just wait for it to install. There you go. Very quick. And just activate it. Okay, so it's now activated. Great. As you can see, you've got starter templates just there. Go into the one below and it's C library. Just click on that and it will bring you to the activation page. So getting started with starter templates. Scroll down. Here's the man behind it and he's going to give you some instructions, but just bypass that. Go to this button, build your website now, and click it. There we go. Now you can select from these page builders. There are 3 in total. There's Block Editor, the WordPress default one. There's Elementor and Beaver Builder. But the one that you're going to choose is Elementor. This is the one that's going to design your entire website within no time at all. Here we go. Click on that. Next, you're going to be directed to a list of themed templates from starter templates, and you can choose from any of these. There are free ones and there are premium ones, but there's a huge list of free ones which are very professional, and it's everything that you need. There's a list for there's basically a website for all types of businesses. As you can see, if you drop it down, a drop down menu for these different categories and all the different types of businesses. So you are stuck for choice, and all of them are professionally designed. As you can see, a huge list. Okay, so I'm going to choose this template. It's called Nature. Uh, and what you can do is just follow along with it. And later you can then choose one of these themes for your own business. So this is just to follow along, just to give you the directions that you need, what kind of methods you should use and techniques and so on, and how to use the actual plugins, which I will show you very soon. Okay, so let's get started. Here we go. So click on the nature. That will bring you to the nature site. Okay, now this site is the one that you'll be changing it to. So you'll be changing this one into the new site, which is this. So let me show you how. So first thing, look, as you can see, there's a logo. These are the home button. These are the linked buttons for different pages. Uh, there's images and all text. And this is everything that you will have already, and this is already designed for you. You could just build on this a little bit later. So for now, you don't need to add the logo. So let's just skip and continue. So let's choose this default colors, yellow. As you can see, the button yellow. If you change it, it will change it to purple. So these are the default colors that you can change. And you can change the fonts as well, as you can see. Really good. So I just keep to the default font and press continue. And this is one last step. So just enter your information in here. Say what level of web designer you are, um, and what are you designing the website for? Who are you designing the website for? Myself, my company. You can get some newsletters if you like. It's up to you. Don't unclick these boxes, okay? Make sure they're all ticked and submit and build my website. Click on that. Now it's going to install it for you, everything that you need, the themes, the plugins, the forms, everything that's required for the design of this beautiful looking website. So just hold on, be patient. It shouldn't take too long. It just depends on your system. So I'll come back to this very soon. Excellent. So it's nearly finished, as you can see. And congratulations, you did it. And it even gives the time as well. So it only took about 38 seconds. Um, there's the man behind the app. He's going to give you instructions telling you, oh, congratulations, you did it. Here we go. So let's go to view your website. Perfect. Here we go. Now you'll find out that this is now your new design. Yes. So it's gone from bland and boring into extremely, very good design, an all round already done for you. Everything's there for you. I mean, you could literally use this now. Just change. What I'm going to show you is how to change all of this text, the images, the buttons, and so on, to make it more personalized for yourself. And that's what it's all about. So let me show you the next step and the step that you really need to do. Okay, and we're going to look at edit with Elementor. Can you see just there? Edit with Elementor. You want to click on Edit with Elementor. As you can see, it's now loading. This is where you're going to make the magic happen. Ta-da! So you've got this wonderful drag and drop uh, design plugin, which will completely help you to build this website, to personalize it in the way that you want it to be. Okay? Okay, if you decide that after installing this website template that you don't like it anymore, uh, well, you can easily change it, don't worry. So just go back to your plugins section and go to the starter templates and C library, go back to there and just go to wait for the list to download. Hold on. Okay, so that's the one that you have now. Now you just choose whichever one you like. So, for example, I'm going to choose the one next to it. Okay. Give it a while just to load. Okay, there we go. This is the different one. So different images and so on. Or outdoor adventure. Excellent. You can have a look at the about page as well. So who we are, about page, our mission, and so on. Contact. Excellent. Take a look. Awesome. Very good. Okay, so if you want to choose that, that's very simple. So skip and continue like before. Just use the default colors and the fonts. Press continue. Again, enter your name. Um, okay, so which level you're at, who's it for? You don't need to agree to that. unless you want to. And again, make sure they're all ticked. Submit and build my website. Oh, forgot to put the email address. Second. There we go. Okay, submit and build my website. Again, let it upload. This is going to install a fresh template with all the images and so on for your new website template. And there we go. It's finished. Congratulations. Very quick. It took 12 seconds this time. Again, just view your website. So let's view your new website. And that's it. That's how quick you can actually change it. Okay. And there you go. More professional website again. And now let's look at how we can actually change that. So again, if you go to here, I'll show you. There you go. You have a new website there. Very easy. Now, what you want to do is go back to your dashboard. And I want to show you something. Right now, you have pages for your website. So you have about, contact, home, privacy policy, projects, sample page, services. Now, you don't need a sample page, so you can really get rid of that. Privacy policy you can keep. Just delete that sample page. Move to trash, apply. There we go. Now these are all your basic pages that you need for your website. The first one you want to look at that we're going to edit, just go. Can you see the home? This is called front page. Okay, so let me show you. Just you can edit with the Elementor just here. So just press the Elementor and it will go to the actual page. Okay, will load very soon. There we go. Excellent. So we got to the page there. Let it load up. Fantastic. Okay, so at the moment, as you can see, one thing I want to make you aware of is this is the navigation bar at the top. So this is where people can actually get from one page to the other on your website. Okay, these are the pages that you have now: home, about, services, projects, and contact. And we will look at them later in turn. What I want you to be aware of is that it's not going to show it on this page, the front page. But don't worry, you can edit each page as you go, and you'll have your navigation bar ready on your website when it's all finished. Don't worry. I mean, this is the navigation bar you have now. And what we're looking at now is going to redesign these pages in the way you want them to be designed. Okay? Completely up to you. And there's so many different ways you can change this. It's very customizable. Site, and you see this template, and you're on the home page at the moment. And just on the left, just there is a panel. And this is the Elementor panel. So this is where you'll be choosing the tools that you need and other things so you can design this website. Okay, so this is your tool panel, and this is where you design the entire website. So let me show you around the Elementor panel before we get started. Okay, first thing, can you see these three dashes just there? Click on that, and that will bring you to the settings. Now you can change the settings if you like. For example, the site settings, you can change the design, the theme, the types of buttons. So the buttons just there, and you can change the buttons if you like. The typography, text shadow if you want to change. So, and that should change all of the buttons once you update it below. Okay, the text color. So can you see the text changing as you do this? Okay, so just change it. I'll change it back to white. Okay, so we can stand out. So these changes, if you change these settings here, they will change everything on your website. Okay, or for example, the text color, the background type, and so on, of everything of the buttons. So you want to go back, just press the left arrow. Okay, so you can change the fonts, the images as well, fields, and so on and so on, right here, the site settings. So there's no left back button, so just press the cross. We don't need to change, we don't need to save any changes, and that will bring you back to the main menu. Okay, so this is the main toolbar menu. Let me just get back into here as well. So also you can find the page, so you can view page. So when you view the page, this will show the entire website. Just go back. You want to get back to the tool area to design your website, then you can go to that little icon at the top there with 9 boxes. Just press that, and that will bring you to this section. So you've got these elements, and you've got the basic elements right now. Now the best way I can show you how these work is to build a new section in the website. So let me show you how to add a section, get back to the tools area soon. So adding a new section, you just press you can see this at the top, there's a plus, there's the 6 boxes just there and a cross. Now you just press the plus and that will add a new section, and you can choose one of these, and the best one to choose is just the plus bar here. Okay, and this will allow you to select a structure, and all of these are columns. So this is 1 column, 2 columns, this has 3 columns, 4 columns, and so on. Okay, now I'll choose just this one here, just for illustration purposes. Let me choose this one, and now that will add the actual column above. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3 columns. Okay, now you got the columns. Now you can actually edit the section here, so you see the layout. This is the full width, this is the box. Just leave it on box. The width, see, you can change the size of the columns. So at the moment it's 750. Can you see it makes it smaller? And then you've got a space just between that column and the edge of the page. Okay, but you don't really need to do that. Let's change it back to what it was. There we go. You can also add a column gap, so put a gap in between. You want to use wide. Okay, that actually makes it bigger. Maybe now the height, you can actually fit it to the screen. So minimum height, see, it makes it higher, and you've got the fit to screen, so that will be the full height all the way from the top to the bottom. Well, let's bring it back to default, and I'll bring that back to the default 2 on the columns. Next is, we don't need to touch on vertical line at the moment, but if you want to, like if you want to use space between, you don't need to touch on this area, vertical line, overflow. It's a little bit too advanced for this lesson. Okay, this is a structure. You can choose the structure, automatic structure, so it will size the columns according to this structure here, 25, 25%, 50%. Okay, this is automatic. And if you like those changes, you can update and save it. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'll go back to the tool panel, and that is your columns, and let me show you how you can actually change the columns so you can add information in there and so on. Now, for example, in a section, and this will add more columns in the inner section, so there's 2 more columns. If you want to go back, you can add more columns in there too. You see? And this adds more columns in there. So this is the inner section, the outside section, and this is the inner section for more columns. And if you like, from here you can add an heading. So this is your heading, quite large, and you can change the size of the headings just here, 4 if you like. Align them. Okay. You can change the heading title. This is awesome. Okay. And once you finish with that, you can change the text color if black is not the color you want, or the type, or the typography, or the font. And you can do little graphics as well, so you can change the, see the text here, you can actually put some, you can put a stroke to it, so put a line around the text. So if you want to change the color just here, let's say red, and then make it bigger, and there you go. And if you don't want that, just change it back to the left. That resets it. And so these are some text graphics, which is great. And we won't look at this one just yet. Okay, let's go back to this. And so that is the text, and you want to include an image on there. Oh, yep, just at the bottom. So the text and the image, and you can change the image here. You can choose any image you like from your computer and change the size of the image. Okay. Align the image. You can add caption, which I will not go into this lesson. You can add a link to your image as well, which I will go over in another lesson if you're not certain what that is at the moment and why it's important. Okay, so in the style you can change the actual height and width and so on, the opacity. Actually, let me choose an image and I will choose this one, so you can have more understanding of what it looks like and what the styling actually does for the image. So at the moment, if you can see, the opacity is 0.12. Okay, this is opacity. Okay, so you want the image not to really stand out so much. Then you can change this. Okay, now you can change also, you can add a border to the image. Can you see? There's a border just there. And you can change the width. So if you want to change the width, you can take off this link, because that changes all of them at the same time. Click off that link and you can change it automatically. So if you want to do, let's say, can you see there, border width, that's changed the height of the border, so the thickness of the border. Okay, and you can change the color of the border if you like. You see, that's changed it to blue. And the border radius, so if you want to unclick this, or I'll click it on for this time, the border radius makes it, the corners makes it round, so they go rounder. Okay, like so, can you see? And if you want to, for example, let's take off the width Okay, to 0. There we go. And that changes this. Changes the image. Okay, if you're not happy with the border, then what you need to do is just go back to the border type and choose none. And that will take off the border. Okay, so this is how you had an image. Let's go back into the text editor. So if with the text, you can just drop it at the bottom. And now you can add some text below the image as well. So you can change the text on here, and this is your text editor here. Okay, just a matter of playing around with it. Excellent. So go back. Okay, next I'm going to show you the video. So just again, just over this element, and now you can drag it into the actual box. So just drag it into the box like so, into that column. That will add the video. And this is the default video from Elementor, but you can change it very easily. And you can change it by just going to the link here and then adding your link to your video. And I will show you later on how to do this. You can start it at a particular time, the video. So if you want to start it, and you can end it at a particular time as well. You can make it autoplay, so when people go on to your website, then it plays automatically. You can mute the volume, and you can make it loop so it continues. Okay, you can also use this. This is called lazy load, and what that means is that when people are scrolling down the website, the video will not load until the person has scrolled to it, and that will mean that the website will load a lot quicker at the very beginning. Okay, you also have this as well. This is a button. So if I want to put the button at the bottom there, and you can actually, with a button, you can, okay, you can change, you can style it. So let's add a content first. So if you change these ones, it will change the color. Okay, warning, danger is red. So they can change, so I'll have automatic colors for you. Go to the default. You can change the text just there. You can also put the link, so add a HTML link to another web page or to another site. You can also add an icon to it. So what is an icon? So if you go to the icon, and you can choose any of these icons here. For example, if I want to use, let's see, this button here, so I can just insert that, and can you see this icon, just that icon is added to the button. Now you can change it, so you can add it to there instead. There you go, so add it to after, and the icon spacing, okay. So if you want to, let's just, can you see? So if you take the, at the moment, can you see the icon to the right of it? It's not very, it's not in position. Okay, so if you want to get it in position, just take off here, just have one word, because it's a very small button. Just have one word, and that will put it into the position. Okay, now you can change the typography, the text shadow, the shadow of the text, if you want to, the color, the background type, so the button background, again the border, box shadow, which is just there. If so, for example, if I choose, let's say, what will look good in there, this one here, and I choose that and bring it up a little, okay, style it a little bit more, And then you can also position it as well, so I think you can see it very clearly. Oh, there we go. Can you see? That is a box shadow. All right, and you can blur it, and that will make your button stand out more. Okay, so you can play around with it however you like to make it look it's like a 3D button. Okay, and change the opacity of this. There we go, so that the button stands out a lot more. This is, at the moment, it's on a text. Okay, at the moment this is the normal button, but you can actually, at the moment this is the normal color of the button, and you've got the shadow, the box shadow. But if you press the hover just there, now with the hover, this changes the color. So you can change the color of the button, and how this works, you just hover over it. Oh, that changes the text color. You see, and you want to change the color of the, maybe you want to change the color of the background, right? So let's change the color of the background, maybe into this, maybe into, let's see, purple, just for example. Okay. Wow, you see, very modern and fashionable, like a gradient. Excellent. So you can play around with that, and you'll come up with an, and you can play around with this, and you will be able to make an amazing button that will stand out. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the menu, the toolbar menu again. There is this one as well, which is a divider. So this will add a line. Okay, this will add a line, and you can change the actual line to different types. There's a wavy line, and you've also got the leaves on this line as well. Um, okay, change the styles, the size of the line. All right, and so on. This adds space between the images and the text and so on. So if I want to add this here, as you can see, there's a bit of space in between. Excellent. So you can play around with this however you like, and you can design your section however you want it to be designed until you are happy with it. Okay, let's go back to the tool menu. So these are the basic. Next, let's take a look at how you can actually change this background image on your front page, which is your home page. So how do you do this? What you're going to do is, actually, we're not going to change it from an image into another image. We're going to use something more dynamic and use a video instead, like a video link, to play a video in the background. It's a very good graphic and really gets a lot of attention, makes your website really professional looking. So let's take a look at how you can do that. Here we go. So firstly, you just click on that. Okay, edit section. As you can see, there's background and the image pops up. So this is the image that you have now. Again, we're not changing that image, but go to your video just there, and can you see there is a video link? Okay. Now you can add YouTube links or Vimeo links, or a link, your own private link to your video file. And I will show you how to do that, because you want to make it very unique, right? And it wants to be your own video. So how do you do this? Well, so how do you get your video? Well, go over to this website. It's called pixels.com. It's a very popular website to find free videos and images. But we're looking at getting a video here. So go over to the video section. Okay. And there's two types of videos. There's horizontal and vertical. So if you look at your website again, this is vertical. Oh, sorry, horizontal. Yeah, horizontal. It's going from left to right, not up and down. So horizontal. And you want to find an horizontal video. Okay. But you can type in what you want to look for. So let's look for, because the theme is on nature, so let's look for nature. And it'll come up with all your videos, and they're all horizontal now, aren't they? But some of them are vertical. If you want to make sure that they come up horizontal, you can see all orientations, type horizontal, and there you go, all horizontal videos, and you can choose which one you like. I chose one already, so I chose this one, and just go to the free download section. After you download the video, all you need to do is go into your dashboard, okay, into your Pro dashboard, just click on that, and you want to go into your media section. So go into media, and on here, this is all the images that you have right now. Now you want to add a video, so add the video that you downloaded from Pexels. Now whilst you're downloading the video, it will take just a minute or so, I'll come back to it very soon. Excellent, now it's downloaded. All you do is just click onto the video, and there's the video. Excellent. You can put a title there, you can add a description, and I will tell you about this again in another video episode. It's all about search engine optimization. So let's not look into that just now. What you want to do, you want to highlight the file URL, copy the URL. In fact, you can do it like that, and that'll be even quicker. So you copied the URL, close it, and you want to go back into your site. Okay, now you're back onto your site. Go back to the edit section. Moment. Go to your, not the layout, but to the style, and you want to go to the video link and paste that in there. And there you go. Excellent. You have your own video, and this will show on your site immediately. So when you finish that, make sure that you press update, and that will save everything that you've done in your website so far. So as you can see, that's a wonderful video background. Um, what you can do now, okay, what you want to do is, now after when you've done this, you want to get a background fallback. So just in case the person, when they go onto your website on your front page, and maybe their broadband speed is really slow, and sometimes what usually happens is that they'll see like a blank page. You don't want that to happen. So you want to have an image there just in case that the video doesn't load for them. And this is called a background fallback. And you want to put an image in there. So again, you can go to the Pixels website, and let's start looking for an image. And you want to, again, let's search for nature. Go to photos, not the videos, but photos. And there you go. You want to choose, again, you want to choose the same size of background. So let's choose a really good background from here. It's nature, quite nice. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay, so choose some with people in, because they really get a lot more attention. So make sure you choose an image that has people in, okay? Okay, so let's have, I will download that and save it into my files, okay? Again, after you've downloaded the file, what you do, this is a shortcut. Press the three bars just there. Exit to dashboard. That will get you back straight to the dashboard.
And hold on 1 second. Press the WP again and go up to media. In here, you want to now add the new image. Select the file and add it into the media library. Let's just wait for it to download. Okay, once it's downloaded, all you need to do then is the same as before. Again, you don't need to bother with these just now. These little text fields. Just go to copy URL, close it, and get back into your Elementor. And you want to go to the. I mean, there is another way here. You can go straight into Pages. Choose the page that you want to do. Edit with Elementor Home. Okay, that will bring you back to the home section, so to the home page. As you can see, it took a little while to download, like a few seconds, so there was a bit of a blank page there. You don't want that to happen. So this is what you're trying to do next. So let's go into edit that. So edit the section and go into your style. And again, you want to go straight down, choose your image. Go into media library. So the image will be there. That's the image that you want. Insert the media. There you go. So, okay, so let's go back. Okay, so now we're still in the home page. We've done the video, which is great, and it's looking really amazing. Let's take a look at let's look at another feature that Elementor has. So from video, we're going to change up to doing a slideshow. So a number of different slides moving along the screen. Okay, so how do you do this? So for this example here, let's just click on this picture, edit section. As you can see, you've done the video. Now there's a slideshow just there. And what you can do, you can just add the images from your library that the website already has and just click them. Okay, maybe not that one. Let's get a full one. If you don't want them, you can minus them. That looks nice. That one too. Uh, okay. Insert the gallery. There we go. Excellent. So now you have these videos and you want to do an infinite loop. As you can see, it's already looping through the photographs. So there you go. So this is like a little uh, slideshow images that you have already, and you can change the different transitions. So hold on 1 second and let me show you. So this should yeah, as you can see, it'll sliding right. The transition is sliding to the right. You can change the duration of how fast it will be, what the background size is. So it's all just a bit of experimentation, and you'll find out, all the different types of. Now you can use like a background overlay color. So the background overlay is just going to make the image darker. So it puts the overlay on top of the image and makes it darker so that your text actually stands out more. So the people on the website can read your text a lot better. So this is what a background overlay is for. Okay, so you can change. This is typography, so you can change the heading color. So there's the heading. If you want to change the color, okay, let's take a look at the border. Border type. There's none at the moment, as you can see. But if you want to add a border, you can do solid, and then you can add the widths. So as you can see there, so if you change the color to like a nice blue kind of color, make it stand out. As you can see, there's a border just showing around the image. Okay, so you can change the border there, so you have a nice little border around there. Whilst you've done this so far, make sure that we can actually save it, so update it. But if you don't like it, there is a way of actually changing it. And you can press Command Z on your Mac, and that will change the. Okay, next I'm going to show you how to make your website mobile responsive. What does mobile responsiveness mean? Well, let me show you and give you an example first. A picture paints 1,000 words. So let me show you. So go down to the actual website. At the moment, it's in what we call a desktop view. Okay. Now, if a person has let's say, an iPod, they want them or a mobile phone, then they might see the web version, the website in a different version. So the navigation bar is now changed to a box. The pictures are on top of each other and not side to side. The slideshow is a little bit smaller, as you can see. So everything's kind of chunked together, and that is the mobile responsiveness. What that actually means is that when it's smaller, when the website grows smaller, then all the structure of the website changes to fit with the size of that device. Okay? And what you need to do is have a look at all the different sizes of your website on different devices, and I will show you how you can actually do that. So if you go back to the elemental panel, and as you can see here, can you see it? It says responsive mode. If you go into the responsive mode, just click on there and you'll understand a little bit more. And so you're now on the responsive mode of the design. And at the moment, it's on desktop, but you can change the. So at the moment, it's on desktop, but you can change the devices. So it has two other devices, such as the tablet and mobile phone. So if you change, and you'll find out. So that is the tablet, and that is the mobile phone. Okay? And this is how you're going to change the mobile responsiveness. Because what you'll find out is that when you're in different sizes, is that the website might have some problems with how it's structured, and then you need to edit that. So let me show you a little bit more of what I mean by that. Let's see if we can come across any errors in the website so you can change it. So as you go down, you can see the different structure of the website. Just have a look at how they're all fitting together. You know, the text and the images. Are they okay? Are you happy with how they're put together? Because you can change them if you're not happy. This is the point of this mobile responsiveness. You want to make sure that the images and the text look perfect on all the devices, that they're easy to view. Okay, so looking at that tablet version, it looks great. So let's go into the mobile version. Start top. So looking downwards, everything's great so far. Oops. I think this part here needs to be changed. So it's a little bit to the side. You want to put it in the middle like the ones above. So this is the point. So you get into this section and you can change the text, how it's viewed on the actual device size. So how it's actually laid out over the image. So how can you do this? Let me show you. So click on the column just there, as you can see. Uh, don't want to go style, you want to go straight into advanced. Now, the thing with this is that, can you see there is a padding here, padding left 50, and that's why it's pushing it to the side. So if you change that, 1 second, if you change that to 0, there you go. It's been changed straight away. So perfect, right in the middle, the text. So this is what you need to do. Make sure that all the text and images are perfectly in line, the same throughout, so that it looks very good to the eyes. It looks visually appealing, right? And it's perfect. Okay, very professional website. And you want to do that with the other pages later. Well, let's go to those pages now and design some parts. I'll show you some new features that you can use for the different pages. Okay, so let's get out from mobile responsive media mode. Let's get out from there and get back to the home page. That will make the changes you made disappear. It will go back.
Okay, now let's look at this form on the contact page. It's a very simple form. You've got your name, email address, and message, and then send message below. And this will get your customer client information when they want to get in touch with you. Now, right now, one moment, if you click on this here, okay, you'll see you can change the information on the form just here, okay. Now go to, one moment, what you want to do, you want to click on there. So if you click on the edit, just that little pen, and that will take you to the advanced. This is the short code section just there, and you can see WP Forms ID. From here, you can actually change the form, you can edit the form. But what you need to do is you need to go back to your WordPress dashboard, okay, and find WP Forms. Add in, click the All Forms, and you'll go to the form that is on your default web page at the moment, and that is the contact form, WP Forms 1360. So what you want to do is you now can edit that. So wait for it to load, and now you're actually on the editing page of the form. As you can see, these are the fields. Okay, name, email, message. You can add now some other fields if you want to get more information from your customer and client. Okay, and it's just as simple as basically dropping in the field box. Let me show you. So which one should we have? Multiple choice, maybe. You can put that at the bottom. Okay, there you go. It loads very quickly. And you can actually edit this as well. So just click to edit. And you can change the information here, for example. So what? So you want to ask maybe your client or customer, what is your budget? What is your budget? Something like that. And add the first choice. Okay, so maybe $100. Second choice, maybe $1,000. And the last choice, maybe, I don't know, $2,000, something like that, maybe less. Who knows? Okay, so when that's done, another thing is you can as well. So making sure you can actually click the required. So if you want to make sure the customer or client actually completes this, yeah. So they need to complete this before they can actually send the form. So if you don't complete it, the form can't be sent. All right. So let me unclick that anyway. Select that. When you've done that, you can save it. So press save. And what you can do now is go to the page again, and you'll find that it should be changed. Okay, so can you see? So it's your budget. So that's how you actually change the form. Now, another thing you can do with the contact page is adding a map. So adding a map on your contact page. So when someone visits your contact page, that you know where your business is, and it's easy for them to find it. So it's also used for other things as well for your website, which I'm not going to get into this lesson, but another time I will go over it. So first, let's add that map. I will show you some other functions as well, which I haven't gone over just yet. So let me show you. So let's go and add another section. And you want to press the new section button, and you want to go to, yeah, this is the best one, I think. So these columns, you want to So you put the map in the middle with some space to the left and to the right. So let's choose that. Okay, now you're left with this. And what you want to do, you want to put the map in the middle. So if we go click there, we get Google Maps. And you can then wait for it to load. As you can see, you can put the address, the location in there, and then it will find the location, and then you'll have a map with your business on that map for people, so people can easily find you. Okay, you can zoom into the map to make it easier to find. You can change the height of the map as well. Okay, now if you want to, go to advanced, and as you can see, we've not gone over this yet, but as you can see, the space, there's not a lot of space from the image above. There is below, but not from the image above. So let's put some space in here. So you can put some margin, and the margin is just around the column there. So if you put the margin in, let's say 10, yeah, as you can see, if we a little bit high, a little bit more, it's quite a lot, isn't it? So if we go back, okay, let's bring that margin down 10, all right, and we can put padding in 10, okay, let's put a bit more in there. Oh, that's a bit too much. And what you can see is it's equal all around. So you want to do, can you see top, right, bottom, left? So we really want to put top and bottom because you've already got on the left and the right a huge space. So if we go and unlock this, then you'll be able to put in the space, put in different amounts of margin and padding, okay? So if you put 50 at the top, and that brings it down, doesn't it? So hold on, maybe 40, 30, trying to make it as equal as possible. We don't need to put anything in there really. So as you can see, there's a nice space just between the picture of the forest and the map. Okay, great. So if you're happy with that, all you need to do, as you do, is save it. Okay, so just update, save, and there you go. So that's saved the map, which is great. So the next thing we're going to look at is how to design your logo. And we're going to design this logo in another app, and then with that app you're going to then save it and then add it into your media files later, and then add it to this the website. Okay, so let me show you how to design a logo from scratch. Here we go.
Okay, we're going to now change the logo. This is going to save you a lot of money later, and it's going to be a very professional logo that you have complete control over it, and you can customize it or design it any way you like. It will be quite unique. So let me show you how to change this logo by designing it yourself. So first thing you need to do is you want to go to icons8.com, completely free, and you want to look for some icons, okay? Because the theme is around nature, I guess we could look at nature, and it should come up with some selections for nature. Okay, there's some categories here, so you can look through these categories later for any of your, what matches your business. So you can look for the icons there. But this one is for the nature site. Choose one that is in black, not in colors, no colors. Okay, so let me try. Okay, this one looks great. So let me choose this. Just choose any one that you feel will match your website. Which is going to save you hours later. So there's a collection. So let me choose that one. Okay, so maybe I will go for that one there. Does that look great? Maybe, doesn't matter. So I'm going to download that anyway. As you can see, these are free. So I'll probably download the biggest one. It doesn't really matter. Download it. After you've downloaded it, what you want to do next is now you want to design the logo. And this is completely free to use. And this will give you crisp logos. So let me show you the basics first. So just sign up to this. It's called figma.com. All designers use this one. So sign up for it. You don't need to be design artists for this. When you've logged into your account, you'll be shown these files, okay? There's new design file, new FigJam file, import file. You want to go to the new design file, just press the plus. Okay, this is your drawing board and you want to place your image just inside there. So let's go to your file and drag that in. So go to this F, go to file and place image, which will select your image and just add it, drop it onto the screen. As you can see, if you expand into it, it's quite blurry, isn't it? Okay, so what you want to do is this. Just give me a second. You want to go to this F here. And this will help you with other images in the future. And it's a good way around it. So let's say you go, and especially if you want to find unique images, okay? So anyway, so go to the file, go to, hold on, where was I? So go to plugins, okay? Then you want to go browse plugins in community. From here, you want to search for the program named image tracer. So search that and it will come up. I've already installed it, but you install it as well. Once that's installed, go back to your image, okay? Highlight it so it should come up with a blue square around it. Then go to your F, go to plugins, and go to the image tracer. Where am I? There we are. Okay, go to image tracer. And that will trace the image for you perfectly. So place trace vector, and there you go. So the big difference is this. So one is blurred and the other one is perfect. Okay, so delete that and we want to work with this one here, and you're going to add some text to it and just add anything you like. Well, depending on you, but I will add anything. Nature is perfect. Great title, right? So then you can then change the font here. So change that font. Okay, the easiest way is just to highlight it and press that arrow key down or up to go through the fonts. When you find a nice one, you can then leave it as it is, bold, make it bigger. Okay, there is an easier way actually. So I can literally make sure it's command so it stays in the square. And you can just zoom into it so it fits it perfectly like this. Okay, one moment. Oop. 1 second, let me just, I'll do it this way instead. Okay. Okay, that's great. Right. Just make sure it's perfectly squared. Okay, that's great. Okay, so you see, just making sure that it's straight with each other, that's great. And what I'm going to do, oh, let me just change this part as well. Bring that in, because you want to now group it together. Go to group selection. Okay, now it's grouped together. Change it into white as well. So change it into white, which is white is FFF. Okay, and now you want to export it. So go to the right there and PNG, export the group and save the file to your computer. Once you save the file to your computer and now you have that logo, you want to now change that logo just there, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So go into your dashboard and go to appearance, which is just there, and go into customize. Now when you're into this menu, you just want to head on to the site identity, click on there, go to this below, site title and logo settings. Excellent, this little box will pop up, but let's just concentrate on this logo here. At the moment you've got outdoor adventure, let's just change that logo, so change it. You can now upload the file that you saved. So select the file from your computer. Once it's uploaded in the media, just press select, skip the cropping, and there you go. And then now you do it to the other one. Select it, choose the image, and that should change it. There you go, perfect. And if it's too small, you want to make it bigger, there you go. So let's bring it in there a little bit more. Excellent, so that is a good size. There's also a site icon you can change later. I will cover this in another lesson, but this is pretty much everything now that you need to learn for this. There is your navigation, which I'll show you soon, but let's just publish that to save the logo. Okay, so you've done the logo right now, and what we're going to plan and do is we're looking at how to actually get an icon. So an icon in your tab, and what that is can you just see that little world there? That is an icon, and at the moment you've got no icon on your website. Okay, I'll show you this one here. That is the icon for Figma, and that's their icon, and that's another icon. And what it does is it actually separates your tab from the others, so it makes it clear that your tab, that your website is on that tab, so that when people are going on to other tabs, they can get back to your website very easily. Okay, so how do you get this icon? Well, what we're going to do is the logo that you've created before, this is the one I created, you're going to actually take off that text there. So let's take that away, and you're just going to add that logo, that part of the logo there, and that is going to be used for your icon. Okay, so now we're going to do an icon, and it's going to be 500 pixels across and 500 pixels down, like that. So let me show you how to get that done. Okay, so let's get over to Figma again. So this is Figma, and you've designed your logo in here already. So just log into your account. Okay, when you get back to your design panel, just go to the logo here with the blue frame. Okay, and what you're going to do is this. So go over it, and you go into, one moment, ungroup. So make sure that you ungroup it. So now you've got the image and the text, they're separate. So what you want to do next is you want to copy and paste it. Okay, great. With the logo again, just you can put that back into a group. And now with this, you want to go just to the right side, just there, and you want to go to width 500. Okay, and that 500, and there you go. Okay, when you have increased the size, make sure that you change it to a black color, something that's going to stand out. So don't keep it white, because you've got to make sure that it stands out on the tab board. Okay, So at the moment it's black. So let's change that into black. So go to the fill, change it into black, which is black is usually 000. So change it into black, full black. Okay, now you can actually save that. So let's export it and save it as icon. Once you save the icon, what you can do next is go back to your dashboard, and I will show you what to do with the icon and how to add it to your tab. In the dashboard, go into appearance, go to customize. In this section, as you can see, it's just a black world at the moment. Now we're going to change that into the new icon. What you just need to do is go to site identity, then select site icon and go and upload file, upload your icon file. With the icon uploaded, just type in, if you like, icon. Okay. Skip cropping, you don't need that. And there you go. Well, excellent, we finished. Can you see? There's a little icon there now, and it looks great, doesn't it? So the icon is up on there, and you finished that task. Let's get to the next one. Okay, now we're going to look at actually trying to add a new page. So at the moment you've got a home, about, services, projects, contact. These are your pages right now. We're looking now at making a new page. So let me show you how you can do that. Okay, get to your WordPress dashboard. Now you're in your WordPress dashboard, all you need to do is go over to pages and add new. That's it. That's simple. Now give the page a new name. So give the page a name. Let's call it FAQ. Facts and questions. So if any of your customers or clients want to find out more about your services or the products that you sell, then you can put the questions and answers in this particular page. So now you have that title. All you need to do now is just press the publish button. That's it. You now have a new page. So let me show you how you can add it to your top navigation. Go back to your WordPress dashboard and you go straight into your pages just here. As you can see, your FAQ has been added to the pages list. And what you want to do is go back to the appearance section and to customize. Okay, now you're in this section. As you can see, there's no FAQ on this top navigation bar. What you're going to do next is add the FAQ title to the top navigation bar. So this is how you can do it. You ready? Okay, are you ready? So just go into header builder. What you want to do from here is go into primary menu. And in the primary menu, you just press that button. It's called configure menu from here. Configure that. And go to the primary menu, just there. Oh, edit the menu. And as you can see home, about, services, projects, and contact. And all you need to do is add an item, just there, add an item. And these are the pages that you have. At the moment, you don't have an FAQ. So all you need to do is go over there, and it's got a tick, and then it's added at the bottom, just there. Now, what you want to do with FAQ, one moment. So let me show you. So there's FAQ. Can you see? So it's added to the top navigation bar. But what I want you to do is if you want to change that around, so you want to change the FAQ, the position of that to, let's say, before contact, because that's the best position for it, then all you need to do is go to the menu name, go to this selection, this list here, and go to the FAQ, and then you can just drag it upwards like that. One moment. make sure that it's right under it, because if it's not, if you put it to the side, then it becomes a part of projects and a drop down, okay? So you want to make sure that the FAQ is just right underneath, not at the side, like so. Okay, as you can see, it's all in line. Excellent, so that's how you add a new page to your website, and then how you add that to your top navigation bar. Okay, we are now finally finished your website, and I'm just going to go over some parts that you've actually learnt, and I'm going to go over the main parts with you just for some sort of revision. And now let's have a look at those parts. So the first part is logo. So you've actually now able to create your own logo and you've added it to your website. In addition to that, you are able now to make your own website icon. So you can add that to your tab and make your tab stand out above the other tabs for other websites. Also, you've now are able to change your navigation bar and add other page links to it, as well adding more pages to your website. And this below is your video in your hero bar, and now you're able to add a video in your hero bar, which is great. Also, you're able to add your own sections to your website, adding text and images and changing the styles around, also adding the buttons and changing them. And this is a little extra, adding the side show as well. Looking at adding a map to your web page and making sure that when people are looking for your business that they're able to find it very easily by locating your business on your own map. As well as this, you're now able to edit the form fields and create a new form. And finally, you are now able to use the WordPress dashboard panel using the pages section, the media section, the Elementor, the WP Forms plugin, changing parts of the appearance, adding new plugins. So that is it. You've now designed your website. We've done a quick revision. Actually, there's one little thing that you can do now. So what do you do? So the first thing you can do is just click that little icon there, and that is the cache plugin, and just press the purge all. This will clear any errors on your website or anything that you've fixed and so on, and it will make it much more faster. Okay, next, the next part, and I think this is a very important part, to make sure that your website is really fast, go to this website, and it's called GT Metrics. Okay, and what you want to do, you want to type in your website URL here, and you're going to test your site to see how fast it is, and if it is not fast, if it's quite slow, you'll find out what you need to do. So let's test it. It's going to analyze it. Just take a little while, depending on how fast your computer is. Okay, it's finished analyzing the website. Fantastic, as you can see. And it's come up with a grade A, which is amazing, and the performance is 97%, the structure is 79%. And what that means is that the website is quite fast. The full loading time is 1.9 seconds. So that is a fast website. If it was a slow website, when people would visit that website, they would probably leave. They'd probably think that the website is not working, and they would leave to another one. So you want to make sure that your website is fast as possible. Now, if your website is a little slow, what you need to do these checks. So if you go to the bottom here and you can read this one here, it's top issues. And can you see high impact? Now, this website at the moment, no changes needs to be made on it. But if it is a slow website, let's say grade C, and it's a very low performance, and usually you'll see it in red, then go at the bottom and you'll see all these boxes with high written on them. And this will show you what you need to do in order to make the changes so you can get your website running a lot quicker. Okay, fantastic. That is the end of that. Okay, we've come to the end of that lesson, and I hope you have learnt a lot and you put it all into action, and that you now have a professional looking design. And what I want to say now is that soon I'm going to be posting a lot more of these videos with lots of value just for you, so you can set your business up and manage it successfully. Okay, so it's not only just WordPress design. I'm going to be looking at email marketing, I'm looking at blogging, how to monetize your site, how to build up your social network, how to do marketing promotions and sales, and yes, of course, lots of more WordPress design as well. So how to make, the design I showed you, this little course, how to even improve on the design you've made by installing more plugins to make it even better for you. Or I will even be looking at looking at the pro version of Elementor, and that's going to give you a lot more features and functions and so much more. So please, if you don't mind, if you could comment below. So if you've come across anything that you're struggling with, by incorporating all the stuff I told you about, yeah, if you come across any problems, by all means, just put it in the comment section below. Comment below. Then I will read it and I will help you and support you. And I will even make some videos if it's really important and I've not touched on it in my YouTube channel. Okay. And this is what I'm here for. I'm here to help you, to make you progress, and to get your business set up, to actually improve on your business as well, and to scale it. Okay. So again, if you can, like and subscribe, and tell your friends about this channel as well. Your friends, they might want to be also having, they might also want a business, and they might be thinking right now of building a WordPress design website or a website, and they don't know where to start. Then if you can, tell them about this particular lesson, and that will be great. Oh, one more thing, just below there is an affiliate link for the actual hosting. So if you can click on that and then get your hosting on there, and that will help me with making more amazing videos. It's going to give you a lot more value, and that's my disclaimer. So obviously that's going to give me a little bit of help in making more of these videos and supporting me with the support that I give you as well, completely free of charge. Okay, see you in the next video. Like and subscribe.